Hello and welcome to Mad About Film. Today I'm going to talk about Green Book, the new film. Actually, no, it's quite an old film, but the film directed by Peter Farrelly and starring Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. Let's have a look at the trailer.
Yeah. Some guy called over here, a doctor. He's looking for a driver. You interested?
I am not a medical doctor. I'm a musician. I'm about to embark on a concert tour in the Deep South. What other experience do you have?
Public relations.
Do you foresee any issues in working for a black man?
You in the Deep South? There's gonna be problems.
Promise me you're gonna write me a letter.
No problems. Tell me that don't smell good.
I've never had fried chicken in my life.
You people love the fried chicken.
You have a very narrow assessment of me, Tony.
Yeah, right? I'm good.
Okay, so Green Book is the Oscar-winning film. I actually watched the film before the Oscars, but actually I really wanted to do the review beforehand, but I didn't get time. What can you do? This is life. But essentially, Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen start in Green Book, which is directed by Peter Farrelly, who was known for Dumb and Dumber, I believe, who was known for Kingpin, who was known as part of the Farrelly brothers, There's Something About Mary. And those particular films were very much comedy tropes and all the rest. The film that this Green Book is most similar to is actually Kingpin, because it involves a road movie going across America and all the rest, and actually sort of travelling around. So there's a kind of a device that the Farrelly brothers, in this case Peter Farrelly, actually used for Green Book, which was similar to what he did in Kingpin. The film itself is about a friendship between Dr. Donald Shirley and Tony Lip, played by Viggo Mortensen. Mahershala Ali plays Dr. Don Shirley. It's an unlikely friendship. It's two people come from two different spectrums of cultural significance, I'd say. That's kind of weird language, but anyway. It's basically a black guy and a white guy, and one's white Italian-American, and the other one's a black guy who is in this film and is revealed to be, well, we could say he's homosexual as well in the film, because that comes across in the film, but that was a spoiler. The thing I loved about this film is that it touches on so many different things. It's got all the adages you need in a film. It's got a road movie. It's got a friendship between two unlikely people. You've seen this before in Kingpin, in Peter Farrelly's one of his films from the 90s. You've seen it before in Driving Miss Daisy between Morgan Freeman and Jessica Tandy. But in this case, you have Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. What I loved about this film is that it kind of reminds me of the staple feel-good film that the Americans are just kind of good at producing. If you look at Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life, it's very life-affirming in that sense. And I would compare this film to that in terms of people go through the trials and tribulations of life, and we wonder about that and how it happens, how people come together, how cultural differences are, how cultural barriers are actually crossed and developed and friendships are developed. And that's the beauty of this film. This is genuinely a feel-good film, and that is the reason I think that this won the Oscar. In our current climate of, like, you know, Donald Trump is the president, we have Brexit going on, I think this is the kind of film for the time that you kind of need just to kind of relax and forget about it all. And that's what I really like about this film. Mahershala Ali actually won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar this year, and it's well deserved. It's a very, very good role that he plays, and he is absolutely brilliant technically as the tortured artist and genius in this film who can play the piano like Chopin? Like anyone, I don't know, like anyone who's a really good pianist, basically. That's all what I need to say. And Viggo Mortensen is, for me, the standout role, actually. I was quite surprised to see the Best Supporting Oscar go to Mahershala Ali when I see Viggo Mortensen's kind of transformation to become this Italian-American gruff brute in a way. He eats loads of food and becomes a bit of a slob, but has got a good heart inside, and you see that. The only thing I can compare that to is the fact that you're watching Aragorn, you know, this kind of, like, you know, svelte and very interesting actor become this huge behemoth of a guy, but the heart of both characters is still there, and I think that's why Viggo Mortensen was chosen for this film. They travel across America, they eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I've got to say there was probably some heavy product placement done in that particular instance. The good thing about Green Book is that it's such a lovely friendship story, it's such a lovely ideology in terms of bringing two cultures together. It's about understanding what it must have felt like to be a black man in the 50s and 60s, understanding they were a persecuted race as well, and also knowing that it was about bridging boundaries. So Green Book, also, which was up against Black Klansman in the Oscars, I think is the Academy's way of saying, we want to tell this story, we want to kind of show the story, but we don't want to go as extreme as Spike Lee, but we actually want to have a very kind of slightly sterile story to be able to support as such. But that's doing Green Book a disservice. I think Green Book is a standalone good film by itself and should be rewarded on its own merits. I don't really want to compare Black Klansman to Green Book, but Black Klansman is very political and very, in a sense, besides Black Klansman being an amazing film, just quite forceful in terms of its ideology. Green Book is not forceful in terms of its ideology, and that's why, in a way, it kind of works. That's what I love about Green Book. I think you should go to cinemas and see it now. For me, it does pretty much get 4 out of 5. The only reason it doesn't get 5 out of 5 is just the tone of it is a little bit saccharine. But besides that, it's a perfect film for me and I would go and happily watch it again. Thanks for watching the review. Please like and subscribe and put some comments down below. And if you'd like to see another video, just click here. Boom. Done? Ooh. Oh, Mike, you're a legend. In our current climate of like cynical times and all the rest, and Mikey's struggling with the camera, but he's doing okay. He's fine. That's it for Mad About Film. Thanks for watching the review on Green Book. If you want to see another review of mine, that's it for Green Book. Thanks for watching the review. Fucking hell, man. You're like, there you go. Cool. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello and thanks. Sorry, I had to clear that. That's going to be really bad for the audio. I better make sure that was right. Fuck, because if I get that wrong, then I've wasted the whole fucking video. But that's all clean, isn't it? Yeah. Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali. Mahershala Ali. Right. The film itself is about a friendship between. Fuck. The film. The film itself is. Sorry, Mike. You good? I can't believe I just actually managed to say all those names in that space of time. Yeah, it was good.